Good morning, Kelowna. I'm Jim Check, and I'm here today with Charisse Daly from Pathways, and it's Community Inclusion Month. Maybe tell us a little bit about what that means.
Sure. So the City of Kelowna has declared October Community Inclusion Month. Most of the cities across the province actually seek a proclamation just to celebrate the successes and the achievements of people with diverse abilities.
So you guys had an event at City Hall this past weekend?
We did. Actually, it was last Friday. We hosted a community inclusion chain where a whole bunch of people came out and we sort of joined hands and surrounded City Hall and sang "O Canada," and Ron Cannon came out and read the proclamation. It was wonderful, a wonderful event.
So what does that mean? Maybe explain to some people that don't understand what community inclusion, what you're trying to get at. Like what do you want from people when you say that?
We want people to embrace people with diverse abilities. We want them to be included, to be employed, to be empowered, and to be participating in our community just like everyone else.
Now, Pathways does great work. That we've been partnered with Pathways for quite a while now. Love the work that you do, and we highlight some of that all the time. Do you have any success stories you'd like to share today? Like anything that comes to mind?
Sure. Well, this year we actually celebrated 70 years of community service, if you can believe it. So a long-standing not-for-profit organization. We opened a brand new building in downtown Kelowna, which offers 68 units of affordable housing.
Oh, wow.
And it's a very integrated apartment complex. We have people with diverse abilities, seniors, people who are new, immigrants who are new to our community, students. It's a very mixed building.
So people that want to participate in Pathways when they want to hire somebody, you guys help people find secure employment. Is there incentives for employers to take on people?
Not monetary incentives. It's more the satisfaction sort of that you get from helping.
Yeah. I know we've highlighted a few people, and there's a lot of videos. If you go on our website, you'll see some of the stories, and we've done some stories on some of the people out there in the community. How can people help Pathways achieve their goals?
Sure. Well, you can donate your excess recyclables at any of the Columbia bottle depots. We use the revenue from donations to employ people with diverse abilities in our community. We're always looking for volunteers. We're fortunate we have a crew of volunteer savings coming out this afternoon to do some volunteer yard work for the association. We are looking for volunteers to be friends with people with diverse abilities. Often people only have paid people involved in their life, or not often, but it can be the case where they only have paid people involved, and we all want to have friends and relationships.
When you say people can take their recyclables to Columbia Bottling Depot, that's the one here on. Oh, they moved actually, didn't they?
They've moved. They're on Kent Road, but any of the Columbia bottle depots in our community, and
so they just have to drop it off and say this is for Pathways, or does it just automatically go to Pathways?
Nope, they just drop it off,
and
then it
so
comes
anything
to
that's
us.
just dropped off that gets. Oh, that's awesome. And what do you? Maybe you want to share? Like, how much is that a month? Do you think that's coming in? Or
I'll let you guess.
Do you want me to guess?
Sure. And I'll ballpark it for you.
I would say the number that comes in my head pops my 10,000.
It's
more.
Yeah,
Wow.
it depends. It depends
so that's
on
pretty
the month.
good, right? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well,
I think I will do that. I mean, I have dropped mine off. You know, when you see people in the like that set up kind of like their thing, and I usually drop them off there. I know that's discouraged sometimes too, but.
No, please direct them our way.
So
we probably employ through that service alone, at least 50 or 60 people.
Oh, wow. So I mean, that's an easy thing for people to do, right? Because it's not costing you really anything. You're just dropping off your recyclables, and then somebody else is making use of that money.
Yes, and we're sort of needing it now more than ever because the depots now have an automated system. So it's far easier for people to get.
Like a sorting kind of thing, right? Oh, so they get the money themselves,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Right.
it's
'Cause before it
far
was like,
easier.
take the caps off, and you're like,
Yeah.
and my daughter was telling
Stack
me in
them.
Calgary that how slick it is there, right? So obviously they have that here now
They
too,
do,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
it counts and does everything. So yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure people can, like definitely on the bottles. Do you guys offer pickup at all, or?
We do bottle drives, it just depends on the availability
Right.
of our staff.
And what else do you do in raising funds? Like, do you what else do you do to access more funding?
Well, we operate the Lost and Stolen Bike program for the city of Kelowna. I'm
Oh,
not sure if you
absolutely.
were aware of
I'm
that.
not, so maybe explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so if you lose or your bike goes missing, you contact Bikeways and, we'll get calls from the community to pick up bikes,
Bikeways, pathways, I get it.
Bikeways, pathways, yes, yeah, and we get calls, because people leave stranded bikes all over the city. Yeah, we bring them into inventory, we hold them for 90 days, and if they're not reclaimed, then we sell them.
Well, so if people are looking for their stolen bike, they can obviously access or have a look and see if it's showed up,
Absolutely.
and maybe drop off some bottles if it does get found, right?
Well, we, on the way, because actually our bike shop is in downtown Kelowna on St. Paul Street.
Oh, okay.
So we're just down from the Columbia Bottle Depot
Nice.
there, so they can drop them off at Columbia Bottle Depot and come and.
Take a look for that. Is there any other ways that people can help? Other than hire somebody, which would be one of the best things to do, right?
Yes, hiring, donating some time to the society. We do take donated bikes as well, and come shop for a used bike at our bike store.
So what's I wouldn't say a perfect employer, what's the typical employer look like for somebody? Or is it just a variety of?
It is an absolute variety. We look at customizing positions that are sort of specific to an employer's needs. Like, there's some jobs that can be carved out that you typically would maybe have a higher paid person doing, that can be directed at a person with a diverse ability.
So you help the employer kind of finding a fit, like when you're saying, someone's saying, hey, we have this position that maybe we could employ somebody, do you help them make the job fit the person too, kind of thing?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. We provide job coaching, we provide follow-up, we provide ongoing support.
How many people are working with Pathways in Kelowna?
So in terms of people with diverse abilities, or how many people do we employ?
Yeah, do you employ that are actually trying to move the needle for Pathways, like including yourself and whoever else is on staff to try to?
Yeah, so we employ about 140 people.
Oh wow! And then a lot of them probably have diverse abilities too.
About 35 to 40.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we have we've got a few service locations. We've got a satellite activity service location in West Kelowna as well.
And is this? I think you said it earlier on. The Pathways model is not just Kelowna specific. It's across Canada.
Yeah, there's Inclusion Canada, which is sort of the overall overarching organization, and we're also a member of Inclusion BC.
Oh, okay. So is there a fundraiser that's like an annual fundraiser, or is it just the bottle drives and the bike thing that kind of goes on? Like it's not like an event type thing.
Yeah, we were very fortunate because we had a long-standing partnership with a golf course here.
Oh, yeah.
And we did an annual Bipon tournament. Unfortunately, with COVID, things changed, things were canceled. So some of our annual events have yet.
Right. Do you think that would come back?
I hope so.
Because I'm taking up golf now, so.
Okay, yeah, I hope so.
Started last year. I'd be interested in that for sure. Is there anything else you'd like to leave or to say to the public right now that?
Well, I would like to. I'd really like to thank Kelowna Now. You guys have been so supportive of our organization and our community. We've had many people sort of do donations through the bottle depots. We've had lots of support and many people committed to creating welcoming, inclusive communities.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. I'm sure the team would love to hear that as well. And I do know that part of Kelowna Now's mandate is to be a big part of community, and I think to build it better tomorrow. And I think that is being involved in community. And how do we get people more involved, like donating their bottles, right? Because I think that's an easy thing to do. I think. I would even think that people could do their own bottle drives if they wanted to, and then drop off a bunch of bottles, right?
That would be fabulous.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Great.
Yeah, I thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
And we could do this every year. We could do it prior to the inclusion event, so that we can maybe see if we can get more people out. How was the turnout this time?
It was good. I think we had about 150 people.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was a good turnout.
So our goal is to do 300 then.
Our goal is 1,000.
Wow.
I'd like to wrap completely around
Oh,
downtown.
that'd be amazing. All right. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.